Good morning. Here we are Monday. We're starting the week already. Did you have a nice weekend? Are you a bit tired? It was a big night, wasn't it? Well, early hours of the morning for us with the Super Bowl. Are you still awake? I want to know, are you still awake? Of course, with watching the Tampa Bay Buccaneers win. Way! Anyway, we are, have you seen social media this morning? It's everywhere. Laura, no one can avoid the results. No one can avoid the results. We'll soon find out. You'll maybe just not tune in today, or I'll get a lot of backlash with that one. Who knows? Anyway, good morning to you. 9 a.m. here in the UK. Of course, it is 4 a.m. Eastern time if you are still awake, 1 a.m. Pacific time. So good morning. If you are tuning in, then great. If not, you can always tune back, watch back again on either our YouTube as well as our website. However, for me today, we're going to kickstart it. I've got a very special birthday wish today to give out to someone within my family. We've got this is Zach. Now, Zach is my second cousin. So he's happy birthday to Zach. He's 10 today, and it is his birthday. Now, do you know something? He actually just lives through Newcastle, but I don't actually get to see him a lot with everything that is going on. So birthday wishes is to Zach, and there's Zach and his little sister Gracie as well. So a big happy birthday, Zach, from all of us, but especially your mum as well, your mum Isla, as well as Graham and Auntie Pauline. Auntie Pauline, I hope you are well as well. Have a lovely rest of the day. I'm sure you will be celebrating with lots of cakes and goodies. Right, Monday, start of the week, means we've got a brand new Get It, Got It, Good. We have got our Gemini. These are our Gemini plates. Check these ones out. 2 clear one. You've got your plastic, but you've also got your storage as well. That is your Get It, Got It Good. Incredible price. Certainly one to get in and stock up with when it comes to your Gemini. That is, can I just check, Producer Laura, is that the large Gemini or is that the junior? It is the large Gemini plates, even better. So that is your large Gemini, $27.97 or $42.85 for you guys stateside. So always worthwhile popping them into your basket and stocking up whenever you can. Right. What we're going to do is we have got another. This is our second of our brand new shows coming up. This is all about craft along, where, funny enough, in the title, you do exactly that. You craft along. So it was myself and Ben on Friday with the Peacock collection. You guys absolutely adored it. You loved it. You loved the speed. You loved what we created. You loved the fact that if you didn't have it, you were able to go back and purchase it. Some of you just crafted along and changed the colorways, changed the look. Maybe you didn't even use it. You just crafted along, and that's what it's all about. So we've got another one today all over again, which is going to be 1 p.m. here in the UK, or of course 8 a.m. Eastern times or 5 a.m. Pacific time. It's all about our Sarah signature. It's our Caring Thoughts collection. So if you haven't got your hands on the bundle, have a look at this one here. So this is the full collection when it comes to this one here. Now, when it comes to this one here, you guys sold out the individual, the little paper pad that does your 3D, your decoupage elements. So within this bundle here, starting from today, it's slightly different. We don't have the paper pad, that little bundle, it's the decoupage pad. However, it's been adjusted, so the discount is still exactly the same to if you got it over the weekend with the paper pad. So the discount is exactly the same. We just had to take out the paper pad because it's not there anymore. You guys have bought it separately. But don't forget, when it comes to the decoupage, you can always download the printable element to use the dies. So that is then going to be on Craft Along with myself and Joe back together again. As I say, it's going to be 1 p.m. here in the UK, 8 a.m. Eastern time, 5 a.m. Pacific time. We'll have a look at that just very, very shortly. Then what we've got is Monday Makers, and I do believe it's Debbie is in the building for Monday Makers, Debbie Fisher. We've got our Gemini character stamps. So these are our die collection. So this is the twirling characters, spinning characters. These enable you to make your cars, your projects, where it's got that spinning element in the middle. So much fun, so good to create, and very easy to create as well. But what it does do as well is it gives the recipient something fun to open, because as soon as you open it up, it twirls around. So we're going to be showing you a little bit of that in a wee bit more detail as well later on in Wake Up Call. So that, of course, is going to be Monday Makers, which is 4 p.m. here in the UK, 11 a.m. Eastern Time or 8 a.m. Pacific Time. But what we're going to do, like we usually do, is we're going to be kickstarting with the Craft Vault, and this is all about our colour blend pencils. So you can see on this one here, we've got our colour blend pencils, 24 pencils in total, but what we're even giving you is the sharpener as well. So you've got that sharpener that's going to work, of course, perfectly for your colour blend pencils, but the fact is you're able to do that colouring, you're doing that blending when it comes to that colour tones. So we're going to focus on that in a moment or two, and we're going to have a look and see. Let's bring these ones in, but what I'm going to do is, while I sit them to the side, let's say a few hellos and see what everyone is saying this morning. We've got Sandra Dundas on YouTube saying, "Morning Craig, CTV crew and crafty friends." Morning, that's Laura. Adam?
Morning.
Adam, we've got Adam in as well. We're all really bright and full of energy the day, because it's Monday, start of the week. We've got Rita saying, "Good morning, Craig and all the crew. Hey, crafty gang. Hey, crafty gang." To all of you. Nora on Facebook, "Good morning. I'm still awake from Sunday night, can't sleep." Well, if you can't sleep, then it's a pleasure having your company. We'll certainly keep you company for the next hour, as well as throughout the day on Crafters TV. Susan on Facebook saying, "Good morning, Craig, CTV, and everyone else. It's freezing this morning. We do not have any snow. I am in Yate, South Gloucestershire." We've got some snow. We've got, I don't want to say a lot of snow, but it's certainly light, that is for sure. So I do believe as well the sky is full of it. So I think it's going to be on for the rest of the day. Lydia on YouTube saying, "Hello Craig, 1 a.m. here. Happy birthday to your nephew." Thank you very, very much. He will have a great day, no doubt. Lisa on Facebook saying, "Love this bundle." Liz Rees Pedler on Facebook saying, "Good morning. Going out early." It's nothing even like good morning, isn't it? We'll start that again. Going out early to do some shopping this morning. Stay safe, I'm sure you will. And we've got, so I get back in time for the craft along. Brilliant. Well, whether you are going to be crafting along, which I hope you do, or if you're just going to be watching, then do come and join us as well and get interactive with us. Chat away to us, ask us any questions, and we will like to see what you are making with the craft along. So, let's see, as it's Monday, we're going to have a look on the colour blend, but what we're going to talk about today has got to be the Super Bowl as well. You know, it is big here in the UK as it is for you guys. Stateside, Raymond James Stadium, thank you. Liam, you okay there? Perfect, that's good. Bang clatter, just wrecking the joint. It's all right, don't you? Just you go for it, Liam, you carry on. Monday morning, I know, see, he gets one appearance on TV, and he just tries to grab the limelight, but we do have George coming up as well. I don't think Liam can actually hear Adam. Adam's not too happy at you, Liam. Wrecking the studio. There you go. Just stirring the pot this morning. So do let me know. Did you watch the Super Bowl? What did you think? What did you think of the stadium? They had that bit of a mix where they had some, obviously, the spectators and the fans, as well as some of the cardboard cutouts. Wondering if that's something that WrestleMania are going to be doing when they're at Raymond James Stadium within the 10th and 11th of April. So that'll be good to see as well. I can follow what you're saying in my ear, but they're just talking about maybe we should start to do that so we can get an audience to hear. Maybe we should just cut out cardboards of people and just dot them about. That would be interesting. But yeah, did you stay up? Maybe you're not even interested in the Super Bowl, but I know it is kind of like one of those yearly things that, you know, so many. Is there something specific you eat? I know you guys like to eat specific things round about Super Bowl Sunday. You like to get the families together, get some photos in. Selfies of when you were watching or just what you were doing and spending time together. Let us know. That's what we want to see. But colour blends. This is all about the colours, but the fact that you're able to blend them when it comes to these pencils here. Not only the pencils, you're going to be getting that sharpener as well. So the sharpener, until someone's using this one, we've got a sharpener. Now this one it's going to do your colour blend pencils, which is kind of like your standard size of pencil. But you've actually also got the aperture where you can use your larger pencils that you may have at home as well. So that one comes included. So you're getting your 24 pieces here, and this one is the essential one because you've got that essential colours that run all the way throughout. So we can see this gorgeous array of colours that you've got. So really are going to work well for many different occasions. I've brought it's not often that I am in here earlier than I need to be, but I was this morning, so I'd done a bit of colouring beforehand. So this is what I started to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to carry on and do a little bit more colouring. I've just stamped, this is just onto our Nina cardstock here. And I've taken this stamp and let's have a look. I'm going to go for a different yellow on this one. I'm going to go for the canary, and let's even we'll go for a deeper tone on this one. I think we will. Reset on this one here. I think we'll leave it at that just for the time being. Now when it comes to the colour blend pencils, we're going to be able to see how when you start to colour them, it's about layering the colouring on top of each other, which you can do. This is what's giving you that layering effect. So what I'm going to do within this one here is I'm actually going to start into kind of like the centre just here. So we're going to colour in, we're going to lay in that colour, and I'm going to work my way down. So I'm just pressing lightly, and I'm even building up that colour when it comes to the pencil, working our way over the top. So I'm going to do one petal at a time just now. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the next colour. So this one's the canary. Now all of these that I am using when it comes to the colour blend pencils are all highly, highly pigmented when it comes to these ones. So this is where you get real incredible blending without actually using, you know, kind of like a blending solution. You can start to just blend the two over the top. And that's why I like to go in light to start with, so that you can get that easily blended image. So I'm going to finish this one off, building up that colour. So just overlapping when it comes to the two colours that I've just done into there. And then if I want to make that rosette slightly lighter, I can just use that yellow to blend it out as well. But you don't have to go direct in with your colouring, because you can do things like your sketching when it comes to designing. Because they're wax based, you're going to get that nice professional finish, and a lot of professional artists out there do start to have been using them as of late. Moving on to our Spectrum Noir range, you can see even then if I want to go in just a little bit more, and then what we're going to do is we're going to blend that out again. So we're just blending that one out, working over the top. A bit similar to when we go over the tones of either your classics or your Spectrum Noirs, where you're just blending over the top. But then what we could even do, if I wanted to, is let's have a look and see. I'm going to go in for, let's go in for like an orange. So let's go in for a pumpkin. And then if I wanted to add just that little bit more, I'm going to go into the veining of the flowers. But I'm going to go back into that yellow and even just start to blend that one out with the pencils because they're wax base. I'm going to blend them ones out here. So working my way in here. So we can see, so you can even see how it's starting to pick up that pumpkin that you can see into here. And then let's go in for a couple of greens for this one, just so we can show how we're going to do the leaves as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay that colour down. So if I work my way in, I'm just lightly pressing to start with, lightly pressing, and then what we're going to do is work our way in. And then if I can go in, so I'm just following kind of the veins of the flowers within these ones here. We've got so much inspiration and ideas that you can follow when it comes to past shows, such as Colour Me Happies, you know, even some of our master classes. But I think even before everything that's been going on in the world, even before that started, a lot of people had been doing more colouring. You know, it's very calming, it's very relaxing, very mindful as well. But certainly think that so many are now, certainly with everything going on in the world, obviously COVID meaning, that you are starting to go into colouring, whether it's very, very simple colouring or you're starting to then build upon that one. We can see. Sorry, Laura, who was that was saying about the colouring? Gilmore. Thank you, Gilmore, saying that I'm inspiring him to actually get his colouring pencils out again. Brilliant. Well, hopefully, whether you watch the shows later on today, which these are going to be on Craft Vault, or, you're just picking up ideas when it comes to things like your wake-up calls, then hopefully, if that's what it does, it inspires you to get any of your past products out again. That's exactly what we're here for. All of us on the team. It's to inspire you, get some inspiration, get some chatting going as well, a little bit of fun as well, and then maybe even, hopefully, you'll start to send in any of your finished ideas and projects. But let's show you these. Now, these have all been done when it comes to the Colour Blend pencil range. So what I'm going to do is let's move these ones out the way. Now, I want to bring in these. I never, ever get tired of looking at these ones. Aren't these absolutely incredible? So you can see there Colour Blend pencils that have been used within these ones here, but also as well, look at that. Now that depth, that shading that you get, that movement that you get, it just works so well coming from those pencils as well. And even when it comes to the white, how stand out that white is, even although it's part of the pencil. So whether you're doing it onto your white cards or your smooth cards, you could be doing it onto craft cards, you could be doing it, that one was actually onto a piece of like a darker or a lighter grey shade of colour. You can see on this one here, this is actually onto a craft card, but then just changed the colours, gone round the edges with a bit of black when it comes to our inks. So there we go, we've got that depth of shade. You can see on this one here. This one has been actually mixed and matched when it comes to our alcohol pens, which you're absolutely able to do. But the pencils as well, what you could do is colour in your images using your alcohol pens, and then you can enhance them using the Colour Blend pencils. So there really is so many different ways that you could be doing that one. So as I was saying, when it comes to Colour Me Happy specifically, go back onto our YouTube, of course our website, have a look at past shows, specifically Colour Me Happy, and specifically Leanne, which has done incredible things when it comes to these ones. So you can see just some of the ideas as to what you can be doing when it comes to colouring using the pencils. Whether it is floral, whether it is characters, whether it's just a bit of fun that you want to do when colouring. Perfect little starter kit for, of course, yourself if you've maybe tried, not done any of our Spectrum Noir pencils, or you just want to treat yourself. Always nice to be able to do that one. But let's have a look and see what everyone else is saying. Cheryl on Facebook is saying, good morning, it's my birthday. Happy birthday to you. Yeah, happy birthday to anyone else that's celebrating a birthday today. So as I say, let me know how you are today, if it is your birthday, or let me know how you spent your Super Bowl Sundays. You can see the details right along the bottom there to get social with us, and you never know, always you might just find that we'll be reading out your messages. If you have got a birthday coming up, send us your birthday pictures. We'd love to pop them on the screen for everyone to see during Wake Up Call and give you a shout out. That would be brilliant if we could do that one. So what we were then doing is we've got Judy on YouTube saying, she's just put O, and she's put O with lots of H's. O, Craig, in big capitals, which kind of says to me that I'm in trouble. My hubby and I were watching last Friday morning when you were showing the tri-blends, and he asked if I had them. Nope. Guess who ordered the set? Now that's major hubby points on that one. They are brilliant, fantastic. Colour Blend pencils, maybe Twister's Art. Valentine's Day coming up as well. So, you never know. Twister's Arm, maybe get the Colour Blend pencils. We've got Kim Holden on Facebook. Are these like the watercolour pencils? They are not, you can't do what you do with your aqua pens or your aqua pencils. Your aqua pencils are water-based, so you would need to bring in, obviously, your paintbrush, your water brush, or some kind of water solution. So don't use the water with these ones here. It's all about blending using the colours. We've got Sandra and Danasa saying the camera work is fabulous. That is Adam today. That is Adam. He is coming. He is coming soon. Don't you worry. You'll see him in I was about to say full flesh, but you'll see him in his face. You'll see him in his face. You won't see him in full face. Not that kind of show on a Monday morning. Gilmore on YouTube saying, love my colour blends, as I was just saying a minute ago, reading you out. And then Laura on Facebook, Craig, makes this look so easy. I've gotten better with my markers, but haven't used my pencils much lately. So practice, that is what it's all about, is practice, practice, practice. So, right, we've actually got some pictures coming in, so have a look at these. I'm going to take a wee now look at this, now look at this. This is using our Sarah's Signature Nature Garden, Sarah's Signature Care and Thoughts collection. Look at that, and that is, the technique, the name of the technique's just totally gone out my head. It does look a bit like 007, doesn't it, actually? Yeah. But no, I know someone in the comments, you will shout out and tell me what that technique is. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I just can't quite remember. Is it iris folding? I think it's iris folding, but I know you guys will keep me right. Then we've got these. Check out this selection from Michelle. Look what she's been making here. Aren't these awesome? Now, are they all from Care and Thoughts as well? Looks like it. Looks like she's been having a lot of fun when it comes to this Care and Thoughts. She's really excited about the craft along, so brilliant. It'll be great to have your company, Michelle. So that is so good to actually be seeing what you have been making. Get your photos sent in, you can see right along the bottom. So send your pictures in, let us see what you have been making. Whether it's maybe going to be using what we're doing later with the craft along, maybe it's going to be for some of the other crafty stuff you've been doing. Spectrum Noir, or maybe obviously you've been watching Debbie over the weekend as well, Jan too, you'll be able to see and create what they've been doing. But what we're going to do is I'm actually going to give you a bit of a sneak peek, and we're going to be showing you this coming up right in a moment, and it's all about the Sarah's Signature, the Care and Thoughts collection. So this is Sarah's newest collection that she has brought to us, all about, just sending those nice thoughts, those happy thoughts to people, whether they are going through a tough time at the moment. And that's kind of what's inspired Sarah with this collection is, for instance, sympathy cards are not, we don't like making those cards. We just don't like doing them. But sometimes we have to. So we've given you the products, we've given you the colour theme, the image to do that. But then you can take it further. Just to say to someone that you're wishing them, a good day, you hope you're well, or maybe you do want to incorporate them in a birthday card or anniversary cards, which you absolutely can do. But what we're going to do is show you the products that are coming in with the bundle. Check out these stamps here. So everything I'm showing you is what's in the full bundle that we're going to go through later on. But always in my thoughts when it comes to our acrylic stamp set here. And then we're going on to With a Grateful Heart. So nice selection from, sending people thoughts or warm wishes, or maybe if you want to go into this one, this is where you've got additional sentiments too. Being the stamps, it means you're going to look after them, they'll last you a long time. But then we're giving you the die sentiment as well that says just to say, but then we've also got you're in my thoughts too. So maybe you want to get a quick sentiment, you don't want to stamp them, then you can of course do the die cutting. Colour brads. Now we've not seen brads when it comes to any Sarah's Signature collection in the past, but we've even got some ribbons as well, organza ribbons, and you'll see from where the colour tones start to run throughout the full collection. Then we've got, probably this one is one of my favourites actually, although it's really small and diddy, it's really, really simple, but it's effective. It's about layering. It's about layering up the rows within this one here. This is actually something that we'll be using when it comes to the butterfly theme, when it comes to craft along later on today. So same idea where you've got the layering butterfly. Then we have got our butterfly swirls. So this is our cut and emboss folder, but what you've also got the filigree border as well. So the filigree border is going to be a main focal point on the craft along later on today, so that's something for you to keep an eye out on. Then what we've got is we have got this one here. So this is with love and friendship. So this is our interchangeable sentiment die. So this is your main detailed die onto this side here, but you've got all these interchangeable sentiments too. We're going to be demoing with them just in a moment. But then look at all of these ones. We've got 12 by 12 vellums. There's that much. Check out these ones here. All of these are 12 by 12. All these sheets that are going to work and complement the pattern papers that I'm going to show you in a moment as well. Cut them down, emboss them, heat emboss onto them if you want to. Do them as wraps if you want. It's entirely up to yourself. But then keeping along the same lines of the patterns within the vellums, we've now got our 12 by 12 cardstocks as well. A lot of these have got borders. Some of these have even got frames within them. So for instance, this one here, maybe a little scrapbook photo in the middle. You don't need to do much to them. ink onto them, stamp onto them because they're a matte cardstock. But notice the colourways that run throughout, how it's very pastels and peaches and kind of like sorbet colours within them. I love that mint with the polka dots. So much that are within this collection. You can see that. And then last but not least, when it comes to the 12 by 12 luxury card pack, it's exactly that. It's luxury card. We've got mirror, we've got satin cardstock, we have got our pearlescent cardstock as well. We've got the peaches, we've got the mints, we've got the limes, we've got the purples, the pinks, so many, rose gold as well. So many cardstock that run throughout. You've got that mixture, as I say, of the mirror, of the matte, and also of the Centura Pearl. So if you've got your hands on that collection already, then do come along and join myself and Joe, 1 p.m. here in the UK, 8 a.m. Eastern Time, 5 a.m. Pacific Time for Craft Along. If you've not got your hands on this collection yet, but you want to treat yourself, then you've got that option as well. Treat yourself for a Monday. Actually, do you want a tease as to what we're going to be making? Look at this. This is what we're going to be making. So we're going to show you how you can create a box using the 12 by 12 paper pads. It is 5 by 7, but then what we're going to do as well is we can show you how you can layer through the lid of the box, incorporating the vellum, and we're going to go into depth with the decoupage. You can see with the butterflies that we've seen here. And what we've done as well, the reason I've done 12 by 12 is so that if you are wanting to make a 12 by 12? 5 by 7. If you are wanting to make a 5 by 7 card with a lot of height and dimension and decoupage, it's going to fit one of your 5 by 7 cards as well, which if you are after some more like A5 or 5 by 7 cards, check out the show as well, because there might be some on the show. So what we can do is let's have a look and let's see what we can be doing with this one. Let's have another look, just see what everyone is saying. Panda Crafts on YouTube saying, yes, Craig, it's Iris Folden. To think it was Iris Folden. Kathy on Facebook saying, I love the colour pencils. You love to colour. It's just so therapeutic, isn't it? So therapeutic to colour. Anita on YouTube, where can I get a list of the items needed for Craft Along? Go across to Crafters Companion Facebook pages, our Instagram, on our website as well. It is on my page as well, both my Instagram as well as my Facebook. So you can see if you go across on our website, which is Crafters Companion, oh, there we go, right along the bottom, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.eu. You'll find everything that you need to know about products, shows, lists, everything like that, including downloads across on our website. So that's where you're going to see the list of what you need to get when it comes to the Craft Along. So what we can do is let's bring in our With Love Friendship. Such a gorgeous die within this one here. Cuts in, but also cuts out of your cardstock as well. And what we've done is we've taken a piece of that pearlescent card from that 12 by 12. Absolutely exquisite. And what I have done is I've chopped it down to 5 by 5. And I'm going to use this die and I'm going to pop that straight over the top. As you can see, I'm not using that outside die. What I'm doing is I'm using the die on its own. So if you wanted to cut that in the middle of one of the 12 by 12 papers or cardstock, if you've got the Pro, you can absolutely do that. So let's bring in our junior plates. I'm using the junior as always, but I know if you're relatively new to us or new to our Gemini, I know that Debbie was on yesterday with, it was Joe as well yesterday, wasn't it? Was it Joe? We had a busy show yesterday where she was giving you kind of like a 101 when it comes to the Gemini. So if you didn't catch that, do check them ones out. So what we can do is pop these ones on, and what we can do is bring these ones in, base cutting plate, plastic shim, magnetic, and then top plate here. So if you are using the big Gemini, then if you want to get your hands on that Get It, Got It Good, that is our new kind of new deal, new bundle of the week. We've got brand new every week. Is it a Monday that it starts? Yeah, Monday that it starts. And this one, we had a Days of last week. This week, we've got our Gemini, our large Gemini plates. We've got the 2 cutting plates. We've also got the plastic shim and even that little storage bag as well. I say little, it's really quite substantial. So what we can do is we've die cut this one out now, and I'm going to peel them off and peel that one off too. So if I bring this one in, So we can see how you've got all this foliage, all this decorative design all the way around. Then what I'm going to do is you can bring in your sentiment because we can cut into it because it's interchangeable. So there's two ways you could do it. You could do it like I would usually do and do them both at the exact same time. But I'm always conscious of the fact that I always do that. So I thought this time what we can do is let's die cut the main backdrop first. Then we're going to come in with the sentiment. We're going to bring in our low tack tape. And then once again, we're going to tape that into place and we can run that one through our Gemini. Same plate configuration. But you could be changing the colours of the cardstock, you could be inking them. You might want to use this die, but maybe use some of your, I don't know, Nature Garden, Woodland Friends cardstock if you want. Mix and match, pull in different colours as well as different collections. Would equally look exquisite. So let's take these bits out of the way and I'm going to carefully peel that one off. Now have a look at this. So if I bring in a bit of black, and this is really going to show off that real... Look at this. Now look, I want you to have a look. Can you see the swirls within the sentiment? Even here, it's like literally must be about 1 millimetre. That is how fine, that is how precise that we are able to get our dies when it comes to manufacturing at Crafter's Companion. Simply unbelievable. So what we can do then is I've already brought in a card blank that I've already die cut. So I've got my card blank, which is 5x5, and all that I've done is I folded it in half to create a bit of an easel. So there's the 5x5, and I folded it in half as well. Then what I've done is using my die, I've popped that on the top, in the centre, and popped that through our Gemini. Same plate configuration, and you can see the fold is right across the middle. And then what I've also done is I've taken this one out, which looks like this one. So we can see how this looks. And I've also popped in, what I've done is I popped in one of the sentiments and then I just trimmed around with my scissors just so I can get that aperture. So we've then got kind of like a really fancy easel card when it comes to that background die. So then what I can do is let's bring in the one that we've just done, which is this one here. And we're going to bring in my dotted tape runner for this. And on this half here, so in this bottom half of our die cut here, what I want to do is I want to pop some adhesive on. So I'm only going up to my halfway score mark that we've got here. And I'm going to use the dotted tape runner, or you could use your sprays if you want it, it's up to yourself. Then what we can do is let's line this one up. So we need to line it that way. So we need to find... So it's, there we go, it's that way, so doing a side one. So pop that one over the top to line it up. And then when I'm happy with that, we're going to press that one in. So what we can get is bringing these ones. Now, come on, guys in the USA, you're letting me down here. Where's your photos of the Super Bowl? I want to see them. Or, you know, photos of, you know, in the house, of your snacks. What have you been drinking? You know, what do you have a beverage that you like to drink? Both Erin, she is day off today, being American, so she was watching and celebrating the Super Bowl. And even our Kelly, she takes the week off of the Super Bowl so that her and her hubby can stay up and watch. I know. I can't judge her because I do that for Mania as well, so... Although I will be in the Monday after Mania, so I'll be tired. I think we will, Adam, is we're just going to stay up and watch it. Absolutely. Could watch it in here. There's an idea. Yeah, we could have like a crafty Mania watch and craft along, couldn't we? Good idea. Maybe. So what we've got here on this one here is, see now, what we're going to do, see how we've turned that easel card into that fold back card here? So then what we can do is let's bring in a piece of that pattern paper that comes within that 12x12 pad, and let's add our adhesive on as well. 1/4 inch matting layer all the way round. So I can pop this one onto my base. Let's turn it that way. And then within that 12x12 paper pad, you've got lots of these different toppers. You've got some sentiments as well. You've got a nice selection of different accessories that you could be using and popping into your cards. So let's layer this one up with a foam pad. So let's bring that one onto the back. there, and then here. So what we can do is if I set them out the way, I've also taken a die cut circle. Now this is roughly the same size as that aperture, and what that's going to do is that's going to create a backdrop for our sentiment. So once again, I'm going to use my dotty tape runner for speed, and I'm just holding down a few of these filigree areas here. And this has just been die cut from one of the pattern papers, and I'm going to overlay that one in so we get that backdrop on the back that we can see here. And then let's just finish this one off. Let's bring in the florals down into there, maybe even do the butterfly up into there. And then that's all that I'm going to do when it comes to this one here. We're going to leave it as it is, and then you'll see how we've got this fold back effect when it comes to the card. So you're making it as if it's an easel, but then when it actually comes to sticking it, you're popping it on sideways, so you get that fold back here. So we can pop that one out of the way. So there you go. Hopefully that will give you an idea as to what you could create if maybe you're unsure or stuck with those down there. But if you want to really, take your time, if you want to have a bit of crafting along and at a nice slow pace where we'll be stepping you through step by step, then do join myself and Joe, 1 p.m. here in the UK, 8 a.m. Eastern Time, 5 a.m. Pacific Time, and we'll be able to do a nice, lovely craft along. We have now got Judy on YouTube. I'm using the signature set for some sympathy cards today. That's unfortunately, that is one of the things that is good about the collection, is because it's so hard to make these cards. You know, Sarah's popped all that ideas and thought process together where you could use the collection as a sympathy collection. We've got Tracy on YouTube saying, I'm about to order this set in big letters. Brilliant, excellent. Also, just to say as well, although the craft along is live today, you can still craft along next week, next month, the month after. We just won't be live, but it'll still be there for you to come back and craft along time and time again if you want to. Maggie Johnson on Facebook saying, hi Craig, how do you make a light box with the interchangeable dies? How do you make a light box? That I don't know, because I've never made a light box before. So what we're going to do is let's take let's write just my notes, light box, and that was from Maggie. Okay, leave it with me, see what we can come up with in the future. Sarah Brown on Facebook saying this is a beautiful set, it absolutely is. And Joe on YouTube is saying, hi Craig, here in Kentucky, sad that our Chiefs lost the Super Bowl. Not sure what happened with our guys. Not their best showing. When there's a winner, there is always going to be a loser, I'm afraid, I know. But, good game anyway, good game. Right, keep your comments coming in. Let me know how your Sunday was, Super Bowl Sunday, or what you are up to. Right, I want you to, something that's actually quite spectacular. I'm going to show you something just in a second, which is then going to lead us on to chatting to our next guest. But have a look at this. You all right? Isn't that just spectacular? This morning when we were getting ready, I was actually sitting just where our guest is, we'll introduce him in a minute, and I was on my phone, on my work emails and that, and they were actually playing that video through, and it totally caught my attention. It's absolutely phenomenal. And that is actually done by our guest for today, which is George.
Hello, how are
George?
you?
How you doing?
I'm very well, thanks. A bit nervous to be on this side of the camera, I have to say.
Yeah, because you're always behind the scenes, aren't you?
I'm always hidden behind the scenes, so yeah. I'm a little bit on edge to be in front of the camera.
You'll be absolutely fine. So many of you, if not all of you, you'll hear us obviously mention George, time to time, whether it's in the inner ear in the gallery with Johnny or behind the scenes or that. But what exactly is it that you do here at Crafters Companion?
Yeah, so I'm one of the vision mixers, so mainly control the output of the shows, so cutting between cameras, bringing on graphics, also bringing in images that viewers send in, and then as well between shows is helping set up pack shots, and also making sure that you presenters and craft experts are all mic'd up and have your earpieces ready as well.
That's it, yeah, because it's similar to what I was saying last week with Liam, and the fact of, things that you see or things that we do, or like say getting mic'd up and that, or your images that you send in, it's down to George to make sure that these all go through and that it works. So this is where we say, although we're the fortunate ones that we're on the screen, but without you guys, you're the ones that keep it going and going and going. But that video that we just seen a minute ago, that was because you have a drone license, don't you?
I do, yeah. So I became interested in it around a couple of years ago, and just from my background working in video production, I just thought it'd be cool just to have another skill. So yeah, and it just started out as a bit of a hobby. I got myself a drone and just started playing around with it, just going around areas in the northeast and just trying to capture footage and just getting better at it. And I thought, well, why not take it to the next step? So I went on to a training course where they kind of taught you how to fly properly and taught you the rules and regulations behind flying the drone, and then through that I got my license. So I'm a licensed drone pilot, so I can fly commercially as well as just having it as a hobby and doing it for a bit of fun as well.
That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. Some of the places that you'd seen that you were able to do when it comes to obviously the drones. It's absolutely phenomenal. The things that you can see and that obviously that you can do in that. Is there something that you? I'm trying to think as well. Obviously, when it comes to the drones, the things that obviously George and that may cover. Is there anything specific? Like, do you tend to cover or shoot similar things? Is there something that's asked a lot for, or that you do a lot, or you like a lot? Yeah,
I mean, it really just depends. I mean, it's just really varied to what you can do with the drone. I mean, I've done it just kind of shooting landscapes, or it's really popular in wedding videos as well. There's kind of a demand for that, and sometimes not even just filming with a regular camera on the ground. They sometimes just ask for the drone alone, because it's really cool if someone's at a wedding and you're seeing a drone fly around and capturing some footage. But yeah, it's just really varied. It's just, you can go down so many avenues with it. It's also used for damage inspections. So instead of kind of sending someone up, on top of the on like top of a building or whatever the structure may be, instead of sending someone up, you can fly the drone up, take some pictures of like a roof or any type of structure, and so it can just be used in so many different ways. Yeah,
and that's as well, you don't always think about, that side of it. You think of it as maybe like a bit of fun or something, being able to have a play with it as well. So being able to do that. Is there anything funny, or is there any? Actually, Laura's just fed that one into me, and I'm going to ask that one. Has there ever been any accidents?
There's definitely been. I've only really had one accident. So there's been like a few close calls, but I've had one accident where I was filming at a golf club in Durham,
right?
And I was capturing some footage there, and like I just flew it into a tree, like just flew it into these branches, and thankfully the drone survived.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I was literally I was like, oh my god, that's going to cost me so much on repairs.
Was it all right?
But yeah, no, it survived. And I watched back the footage, and it just looked hectic. It was just like leaves and all over.
Yeah, it was a way to ask that, did you still manage to see obviously what you shot footage-wise when it went into the tree?
Yeah.
So obviously you've got things that you like and things that are real favourites. Is there anything that you want to film? Like, for instance, have you got a bucket list item that you would love to do with the drone?
I mean, there's loads I'd like to do with that. I think, to maybe shoot I don't know, like a kind of story-driven like drama or like a short film,
Right,
or
okay.
maybe kind of be involved in something like that would be pretty cool. But I'm kind of just having a lot of fun with it at the moment. Just just trying to get it out when I can and just go to different places, especially in the northeast. And yeah, I'd kind of want to venture down south and. But yeah, like I said, I mean, there's so many different things you can do with it.
Absolutely, yeah. Probably as well, something that would be quite good maybe going forward as well is get you in one day and you can do like the studio and see what it's about and that, because it's just absolutely phenomenal from what we've seen there and what it would be like, from up above and that. But I think as well with so much things going on in the world, I think a lot more sporting events and places and that use them as well.
Absolutely,
don't it?
yeah.
So it's just phenomenal. Thanks for
very much.
coming, because you were a bit nervous as well.
I was a bit nervous. It wasn't actually that bad.
I'd like to
okay.
think I put people at ease.
Yeah, you definitely do.
Yeah.
You definitely do.
But you can go and hide behind the rest of the camera.
Yeah, I'll go where I belong now, just straight behind the camera.
Are you on Craft Along later on?
I am, yeah. It's
Brilliant.
mixing all day, yeah.
There we go. No doubt you'll hear us refer to George later on. But thank you so much, George. That
Pleasure.
was great.
Thanks so much.
You're welcome. Right, got it good is now your time to get a bit of a reminder as to what you can get when it comes to the Get It, Got It Good.
Thank you.
We have got our large Gemini. So this is our A4 plates. This is our 2 cutting plates. This is our plastic shim. And then this is also the storage folder as well. Or you might want to do what I do, and that's not actually use the folder as the plate storage. You might want to use it in a different way. But there we go. How phenomenal was that interview with George? Loved that one. But when it comes to that Get It, Got It Good, it's $27.97 here in the UK or $42.85 in the US of A. And of course, that's one of those products it's always nice to have an extra set within your stash, and it is going to be running all week, or as we like to say, till stocks last. Okay, so we've gone from Craft Vault to Craft Along. Now we're going to end on with the Monday Makers. And this is all about our characters. So this is our spinner character stamp and die collection. So you can see we've got here on their screen there, we've got 8 sets in total. We've got the bumblebee, we've got the butterfly, we have got the unicorn, we've got the doggy, we've got the rabbit, we've got the owl, we've got it's an elephant, and we've got just bear with. So we've got the bumblebee, we've got the butterfly, we've got the unicorn, we've got the doggy, bunny, we've got the bird, we've got the cat, and then we've got the elephant. Even sometimes I have to come close to the screen to actually see what's going on. There we go. So we've got those all in total. So if you've got your hands on them, then I'm going to show you something you can do with them, as well as later on Monday Maker that Debbie's going to be showing you as well. 4 p.m. here. I think Debbie's just walked past there, actually. I'm sure that was Debbie. So what we're going to do is let's have a look at the bumblebee. So let's just say as well, if you do want to know, it is a 4 p.m. here in the UK, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific Time, where Debbie and Joe will go over these in a lot more detail. But I've kind of got an initial idea and concept of how these work. They are so much fun to make. However, there are so many different ways that you can be using them and get creative when it comes to these, because what you've got is you've got the stamp, you've got the die as well. And I think what I'm going to do, before I go any further, let's show you. So I showed you on the screen, so I'll maybe come back and show you the boards at the end, but let's have a look. Can you hear that? That's the hail belting down out there. Heavens have opened. So maybe go back and show you the boards towards the end, but let's have a look at some of these samples that we can do here. And the thing with these ones is we have got, look at this cute little elephant. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop our elephant in. We're going to turn the elephant round. So we're going to keep going and 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 keep going. And then what we're going to do is we're going to close that. Then that's going to go into the envelope. And then as soon as the recipient opens them, it spins around. So you've got your elephant on that one there. You've got the little owl. Most of these have been coloured to use. Is it a robin? Oh, it's a robin, yeah. It's kind of obvious, isn't it? Looks like a robin. And then we've got the pussycat as well. Now with these ones, you've got the front and you've also got the back. So that pussycat's in a bit of a huff. So there we go. You can see there, we've got, actually it looks as though it's still in a bit of a huff. Although to be fair, most cats do. I'm more of a dog person. But you can see you've got here like that, another pussycat, and then here's the bunny rabbit. I'll just show you one more as well. So whether you're using your cardstock, your background papers, any of your other nesting dies you could be using as well. But a bit of a concept card. Look at the doggy, look at the dog. See, even the dog die is the house that you can see there. So you can mix and match, work away, twirling around, love it. So much fun these are. So much fun as well for kiddies to make as well. Really nice, maybe part of their crafting curriculum at home. But what we can do is let's take the bumblebee for now. And I've already got these die cut and stamped because, as I said, I see Monday Makers to see how these are all done in full completion. But what I have done is you've got the stamp set. Now within the stamp set you've got the front and you've also got the back when it comes to the bumblebee and each of the animals. So what we can do is we've got the die to go with it. So I have stamped my image. So you can either die cut and stamp and die cut, it's up to you. So then all that you would then do is you would just die cut each of them out. So die cut each, I thought she was popping in there. It was Debbie, just in case anyone's wondering. We can see, you can die cut them ones out, which then will look like, it was Debbie. I'm saying to everyone, I thought I seen you walk past. And I was like, was it Debbie? But, yeah. So what I'm doing is, let's die cut these ones here. So what we've got is we've stamped them out, so we can then bring these ones in. So these is what it looks like if you die cut on its own. So what we can do is let's die cut these ones. So let's do, apparently I've upset the cat lovers out there. Adam, are you a cat lover? Are you? Oh, that surprises me. I don't know what makes me think you would be a dog lover, but yeah, I thought you would be a dog lover. So you can either die cut first and then you can stamp the image, or you can do where you stamp first and then you die cut. So this is what it looks like. So you stamp the back on one side and then you stamp and die cut the front just here. So then what will happen is they will look like this. We're going to colour in a little bit. I've obviously started to colour them in, you can see here. So using either your Classiques or your Tri-Blends, or of course you can be using the pencils if you want. They would work really well as well. But let's bring in our Tri-Blend. So let's go for the gold brown blend. And I'm going to go in for a bit of cardstock on the back. So we'll do a tiny, tiny little bit of colour in, just to show, just colour them the way that you would colour any of your stamps at home, depending on the medium that you use. So we've got, I've really kicked off a cat and a dog debate here in the comments. That's one thing you should never go down the road of, is cat versus dogs. I just find you get, well, Laura would like her bunnies having Otis, but I don't know, I just find you get a lot more loving from dogs. But I better just not even go there, just in case I get myself in trouble more. At least with cat, I can understand why some people like the company of cats, because all that they just want is just to be fed and let out. Whereas if you are someone that likes to give a lot of attention and love, and you get that back from a dog, yeah, I do love a dog. Retriever or Labradors are my favourites. Labradors or Retrievers, but then all dogs I love. Yeah, I'm definitely going to stop now because I'm really kickstarting that debate now. So let's do that. Let's just finish that little bit of colour in because we're just about out of time. So what we can then do is I've brought in a bit of thread here. So a really, really fine thread that we can see on this one here. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my tape runner for this one. So I'm going to pop my tape runner on. Now I'm going to bring in my thread like, oh no, it's here at this side. It's a bit like acetate, trying to find it. So I'm going to sandwich that into the middle. And what I would still do is I would use a wet glue as well, just to enable it to glue into the thread as well as the cardstock, but obviously for time, we'll just use our tape runner. Pop our adhesive all over as well. And then what I'm going to do is sandwich that one into the middle and press. So then this is what's giving you that twirling action. You can see here. Then what I'm going to do is I've brought in a piece of black cardstock and a piece of pattern paper, and I've used the hexagon die that you can see, like the honeycomb die, to die cut an aperture. And then I'm going to pop my adhesive at the top there and there. We're then going to sandwich our bumblebee into here, and we're going to press. Now, once again, at these top bits, I would come along with a bit of wet glue, so it's also going to dry into the cotton or the thread, whatever you're using. And we're going to work this around. Just press that a little bit more. And then I'm going to overlay that into place. So we can press that one in. And then we can just pop a bit of tape down the side here. And then I've got 5x7 card. So let's overlap that one to the side, just into the side here. This could be the top of boxes, maybe if you want to use a box to get creative with, or if you're doing things like the bunny, Laura's just said a good idea is Easter time. So you could use the bunny for the Easter. Maybe use some of them for Valentine's as well if you want to. But then here we go, so we can see. So then this one here, we can just twirl it around. We can bring that one. That's a good one. I like that one, Laura. I like that. I have to say that one. You know, if you want to, if maybe you're annoyed at your boyfriend or girlfriend, your partner, and want to put them in the doghouse, you can make a little doghouse one. Here we go. So you can see twirling around. So there we go. So how much fun are them ones? So much fun, as I say, whether you want a bit of a comical card, whether you want to get the kids involved with them. But Debbie and Joe's going to be up with Monday Makers later on today with them ones. 4 p.m. here in the UK, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, or 8 a.m. Pacific Time when it comes to those ones there. So have a look, see how you've got all of these ones included. So you can see how you've got the 8 sets all in total, variety of different animal. So butterfly, bee, you've got the bird, you've got the cat, you've got the bunny, you've got the dog, elephant, and the unicorn as well, which I think when it comes to the unicorn, it's been so popular for a year or so now, and it looks as though it's not going to be fading anytime soon. So great one to have. Okay, let's have a look and see what everyone's saying. Is before we say goodbye to everyone. Hannah on Facebook was saying, I thought it was an owl too. Oops, oh well, at least I wasn't the only one that thought it was an owl. Astrid on Facebook, when I make the spinners, I found that the bird could be all sorts depending on the colours that you choose. Absolutely, you could be doing that one as well. Change the colours, they can look completely different. Irene on Facebook saying, oh my, I love those but haven't played with them. I need to do it, I got inspired. Brilliant. Well, even if within 10 minutes of wake up call when we demo, if it inspires you, which is brilliant, but always forget, you can then tune in to the shows throughout the day on Crafters TV to see a lot more inspirations. Vicky on Facebook saying, one of my cats gave you the evils when you said that, Craig. Yeah, I'm going to be in the cat house, I think, for a lot of the day. Panda on YouTube, absolutely, totally agree. Each to our own, Craig. If we were all the same, the world would be so boring. Absolutely, it really, really would. So I've got a couple of hours before I'm back later on, which we'll go over that just in a moment. But coming up just shortly on Craftful, going to be Debbie. Debbie is, as you have seen, she is in the building. So she's going to be on with Craftful, and it's all about Spectrum Noir. So 11 a.m. here in the UK. So 11 a.m. here in the UK, 6 a.m. Eastern Time, 3 a.m. Pacific Time. Now, of course, we've got Craftful again later on today. Same products, different demos, depending on the products that are still in stock. 7 p.m. here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, or 11 a.m. Pacific Time. But then what we've got is we've got our second Craft Along. So this is one of our new shows. You absolutely loved it last week. You loved the combination of the slow pace and actually following along with me, getting creative. The way that I done it as well, from start to finish. Some of you changed change the colours, which is entirely up to yourself. So that's going to be Craft Along, 1 p.m. here in the UK, 8 a.m. Eastern Time, 5 a.m. Pacific Time. And then, as we just showed you a minute ago, Monday Makers with Debbie and Joe as well, 4 p.m. here in the UK, 11 a.m. Eastern Time or 8 a.m. Pacific Time. So as you can see already, it's a jam-packed day when it comes to Crafters TV, as it is every day, 7 days a week. It's going to be a really exciting week coming up this week with a variety of different shows as well as obviously different ideas and techniques that you're going to be able to follow when it comes to all of us on the team at Crafters Companion. So I hope you're going to have a lovely day as well. I hope you're going to stay tuned throughout the full week. Friday, of course, getting to the end of the week is game day, and we're spreading the love because apparently it's Valentine's Day this weekend. Don't know anything about that one. But we're going to be spreading the love when it comes to game day on Friday on Wake Up Call with Craig. So, as I say, have a lovely rest of the day. I hope you can tune in and join us all when it comes to the full day on Crafters TV. Get some ideas and inspiration. Have a lovely day. Stay safe, stay well, and as always, I will see you at the exact same time here tomorrow on Wake Up Call with Craig. Stay safe, stay well.